Internet, what's up? I'm Christiane Cordero, and you're watching the 734 from WCCO. Most of you are on your way out the door, getting to work, so we're getting you started with today's weather. Really chilly out there. Feels like it's below zero, 0 to -5 degrees here in the Twin Cities. And then as we get on with our day later tonight, it's actually warming up when the sun sets, up to 15 degrees. Clouds and flurries in the time in between. All right, now let's talk about this. There's a new Girl Scout cookie to try this year, but you'll have to get it somewhere else. Sorry, it's not in Minnesota. All your favorites will soon be back here in Minnesota, but not the new Lemon Ups. Basically, it's a different baker, and they distribute pretty much exclusively on the East Coast, but still cool. They are stamped with positive messages like I am a leader or I am a go-getter. Really cool stuff there. So this is a new cookie. It's lemon flavored, but we want to know if you could make a new Girl Scout cookie, what would it be? Those watching on Facebook, leave a comment right here. We'll read through a few of those in a moment. Maybe we'll taste test some too in the future. Let's get to the news though. We're waiting for an update on the condition of a WCCO police officer. Eric Matson was shot in the head during a call Monday night. The 32-year-old is at North Memorial Health Hospital in Robbinsdale in critical but stable condition. Suspect Tyler Janofsky has been wanted for a month for running a meth lab and having guns illegally. He too remains in the hospital after being shot by officers. An online fundraiser for Officer Matson's family has already raised almost $100,000. That's less than a day. They're pretty incredible. You can make a donation through WCCO.com/links. President Trump is expected to deliver a statement today on an attack on 2 Iraqi bases with U.S. troops. Iran launched more than a dozen missiles at the bases in response to the U.S. drone strike that killed General Qasem Soleimani. U.S. officials say no Americans were killed in retaliation of those attacks. Also in Iran, a Ukrainian plane crashed shortly after takeoff last night. More than 170 people were on board. All are dead. Iranian state TV insists the crash had nothing to do with the strikes launched on Iraqi bases. Ukraine International Airlines says it has indefinitely suspended flights to Tehran following that crash. A family accused of attacking Minneapolis police officers are no longer facing charges. The decision by prosecutors comes after the family shared video of what they claim is excessive force. Body cam footage shows police responding to a home over the summer. A mother called for help because her adult children were fighting. When it happened, officers said they tried to arrest someone and the family got physical. Community activists say this body cam video shows otherwise and that they're pushing for meeting with the mayor, police chief, and county attorney to discuss what comes next. Minneapolis police had no comment about this case. A late but familiar entry in the Democratic race for president makes a stop in Minnesota today. Michael Bloomberg makes his first campaign stop in the state at a farm in Wells, which is down in Faribault County. He'll focus on Minnesota's agriculture impact. Bloomberg and farmers will talk about renewable fuels, health care, and farm policy priorities. The former New York mayor entered the race in November, and since then, Bloomberg's campaign has spent the most money on television ads, $143 million. The latest, greatest, and the most ridiculous tech ideas are on display this week at CES in Las Vegas. Check this out. Pretty neat, actually. AO Air, a New York-based startup originally from New Zealand, is hoping to help people living in large cities where there may be high levels of pollution. The Atmos wearable air puffer cleans the air before it reaches your mouth and lungs. Has a battery life of 5 hours. You can pre-order it now for $350. Have you seen the new Segway? It's called the S-Pod. The company says it balances on its own without the need to lean forward or backwards or speed up or slow down like the standard Segway. That one seems like that would be dangerous if you had to lean backwards in that. So maybe it's more comparable to an electric scooter, except you can sit. And the pod can go up to 24 miles per hour. It's also designed for enclosed spaces like airports or malls. No word on what that will cost. Samsung is also showing off its Bot Chef. 2 arms hanging down from a kitchen counter puts ingredients into a pan on a stove and cooks some tofu. The bot can even make you a cup of coffee. Samsung's demo put the Bot Chef in the kitchen as part of their innovative smart home that gives devices their own ability to act on their own. U.S. News and World Report just released a list of the best jobs for 2020. Is number 1 yours? Yes, if you're a software developer. That makes 3 straight years for that job. But before you send your kids to code camp, consider your odds. The rest of the top 5 is filled out by jobs in healthcare. Dentist, physician's assistant, orthodontist, and nurse practitioner are the next best jobs. The best paying job is an anesthesiologist, followed by a surgeon. couple of Pee Wee hockey teams got the pro treatment last night in Eagan. The B1 Pee Wee teams from Eagan and Cottage Grove got to feel what it's like to be an NHL star. The teams had Wild-themed locker rooms and special jerseys, even honorary Wild coaches for the night who told them to work hard, work smart, dream big, and have fun.
The Wild bring in our announcers, our national anthem singer, our interviewers, and Nordy, of course. So they get a little perspective. They come and watch our games. Now they get a little taste in their home rink.
The night was special for another reason as well. Patrick Vitek's brother Jack announced, "Let's play hockey." Patrick was an avid hockey player in Eagan. The 13-year-old died, we'll remember last year, when a car struck him while biking to school. Former teammates say this night was in honor of Patrick, and it shows how hockey can bring people together.
All the hockey communities are kind of just one big family. No matter what team you play for, they're all kind of connected.
Yeah, this was the fourth year, the Wild has hosted this spotlight game. All right, let's get back to today's talker. There's a new Girl Scout cookie this year, but we wanted to know if you could make a Girl Scout cookie, what creation would you come up with? We're bringing in WCCO's digital guy, Cole. Cole, what are people saying?
We have some good ideas in here. We have Jessica saying, I'd like a tag-along, but filled with caramel instead of peanut butter.
Ooh, okay, like a turtle tag-along.
Yeah.
Turtle-on.
There you go. Then we have Becca saying coffee-flavored cookies.
I'm in favor of that.
And then we have Diane saying raspberry cream cheese. And then we have Charles just saying my all-time favorite are Thin Mints.
Yeah,
They taste great.
It's hard to go wrong with the Thin Mints, the Samoas. What about you, Cole? What would you want to see?
I don't know, just some super version of the peanut butter.
Super version, just all peanut butter, straight up peanut butter.
A lot more peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter cookie, peanut butter cream.
There you go. How about
great.
you?
I like the coffee idea as a coffee person, right? That'd be fun. Maybe like a biscotti, but then that seems so fancy for Girl Scout cookies. I don't know. I'll stick with the tag-alongs. All right, that's it for now. Thanks, Cole. This is the 7:34 from WCCO when most of the Twin Cities are on the go. So why not make us your place for mobile news? We'll be back here tomorrow at 7:34, and until then, be nice to each other out on the internet.